What
And g'day viewers, I'm Michael.
And I'm Janet, and welcome to this week's episode about time management mastery.
In this episode, we discuss proven techniques for managing your time more effectively and prioritising tasks to boost productivity and unlock your potential.
Whether you're struggling to meet deadlines or looking to balance work and life more efficiently, we'll give you some really actionable insights that'll help you take control of your schedule.
So if you want to learn how to master the art of time management, then listen up.
Welcome to the Midlife Mind Compass, a podcast helping people in midlife learn to think critically and intentionally to reduce anxiety and stress and live a more purposeful and calm life. Whata?
And g'day.
I'm Janet.
And I'm Michael, and today we're tackling a topic that every busy person can relate to: time management mastery. Today you will learn how to, 1, prioritise like a pro by learning how to focus on what matters most and cut through the clutter to boost productivity. 2, master time blocking by discovering how structuring your day and ditching multitasking leads to greater focus and efficiency.
And 3, that all-important work-life balance. Hell yeah. We'll give you tips on managing your time to create more space for what truly matters in your life.
That's right. Time management is something that can make or break your productivity and ultimately your success. Whether you're trying to juggle deadlines or find better work-life balance, we've got proven techniques to help you take control of your time.
Today we'll be sharing actionable tips to boost your productivity, reduce stress, and help you focus on the things that really matter. So if you've ever found yourself running out of hours in the day, stick with us because this episode is for you.
Let's dive right in with prioritisation. So how often do you find yourself overwhelmed with a to-do list that just seems endless? It's easy to get caught up in urgent tasks that feel important, but are they really? A great tool for cutting through this chaos is the Eisenhower Matrix, which was made really popular and famous by Stephen Covey in his 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This method helps you categorise tasks into 4 simple quadrants.
So what are the 4 quadrants of this matrix? Urgent and important are things that need your immediate attention and they have a significant impact. They usually arise unexpectedly, like a client issue that needs resolving or a crucial deadline that must be met. Because they demand urgent focus, it's easy to get caught up in constantly reacting to these tasks.
Next, there's the important but not urgent tasks. And this quadrant is where real progress happens. These are the tasks that contribute to your long-term goals and well-being but don't demand immediate action. But the danger here is that because they're not urgent, they can easily be postponed, often indefinitely.
The third quadrant, urgent but not important, are things that need attention now but don't significantly impact your goals. They're distractions that often feel pressing because they come with immediate deadlines, like answering non-essential emails or attending meetings that actually don't add any value.
And then there's the fourth quadrant, the neither urgent nor important. And this is where time-wasting activities lie. And these tasks have no real value and often serve as procrastination tools. So recognising and eliminating these tasks from your day can free up significant amount of time for more meaningful work.
A small business owner I know was constantly feeling overwhelmed. She was caught up in the handling of every client call, responding to every email, and managing small daily tasks like organising her office and managing her social media posts. These tasks all felt urgent, but many of them were so not important in the grand scheme of growing her business. She was spending a lot of time in the urgent but not important quadrant.
After reviewing her tasks using the Eisenhower Matrix, she realised that much of what she was doing could be delegated or scheduled for later. She started hiring help for admin tasks, freeing up her time to focus on the important but not urgent quadrant, like planning long-term strategies and nurturing relationships with key clients. As she began to shift her focus, her business started to grow and she felt less overwhelmed. So the simple act of sorting her tasks using this matrix helped her gain clarity on what really mattered.
This tool empowers you to move away from reacting to every urgent task and start focusing on and responding to what's genuinely important. When you prioritise wisely, you unlock more time, and that creates potential for growth. It also relieves stress. So think about it and write it down. Getting down on paper what is in your head makes it so much easier to look at objectively and take the required action steps. What tasks are you doing right now that aren't actually moving you forward? Try using this matrix to separate the noise from the necessary. You'll immediately see what you should be spending your time on.
Another great way to reclaim your day is by using time blocking. Think of it as putting your tasks into dedicated buckets of time. It sounds simple, but it's so powerful. And time blocking isn't just for work. You can block out time for self-care, family, or even hobbies. I started blocking out time for my morning routine, an hour that includes workout, meditation, and journaling. This time is non-negotiable. I remember a time when I wasn't using time blocking and my mornings were chaotic, answering emails while eating breakfast, having coffee, taking calls during my commute. I thought I was being efficient, but I was really just starting the day in reactive mode.
Exactly. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we're multitasking when in reality we're just spreading ourselves too thin. With time blocking, you'll notice you start your day on your terms and it sets a productive tone for the rest of the day. Another example was one of our clients was always feeling like he was falling behind in his job because his day was filled with distractions. Once he started time blocking with deep work sessions, he finally had time to focus without interruptions. Now, schedules his entire day around key blocks of focused work time. So if you're someone who feels like the day runs away from you, try blocking time for your most vital tasks first. It's a game changer.
So let's now talk about the multitasking myth. We've all heard the saying, multitasking is a strength. But let's bust that myth right now. Multitasking can actually reduce your productivity by up to 40%. So I want you to think about that. And there's research to back this up. Our brains aren't wired to focus on multiple things at once. And when you multitask, you're constantly shifting focus between tasks, which makes everything take longer. And this is called context switching, and it's exhausting. I remember talking to a marketing manager once who was always jumping between tasks, writing reports, responding to emails, and managing his team, all at the same time. He thought he was being productive, but at the end of the day, he felt like he hadn't accomplished much.
After working with him, we helped him switch to a single task focus approach. He prioritised his most important task for the day first up, gave it his full attention. And what was the result? He started finishing projects faster with much better quality. So next time you find yourself trying to do 2 or 3 things at once, ask yourself, what's the one thing that deserves my focus right now? You'll be amazed at how much laser focus, how much more you can get done.
Now let's talk about the 2-minute rule. And this is one of my favourites because it's so simple but incredibly effective. If a task will take less than 2 minutes, then just do it immediately. I started using this when I realised I was putting off tiny tasks, like replying to short emails or filing documents. They weren't big, but they piled up and created unnecessary stress. And I once had a pile of paperwork that could have been handled in minutes, but I kept avoiding it. This 2-minute rule cleared that out quickly, and suddenly I felt a huge weight lifted. So if there's something small that you've been procrastinating on, give this rule a try. It's all about momentum.
Another favourite, and we have a whole podcast dedicated to this, is the power of saying no. This one can be tough, learning to say no, but it's essential for time management. And as we've said before, it is a superpower. Your time is precious and valuable. And if you say yes to everything, you'll quickly find yourself overwhelmed. As we mentioned before, Steve Jobs was most proud of not all the great products that Apple made or the other innovations they created, but actually to what he said no to. He said, it's only by saying no that you can concentrate on the things that are really important. And I've got to admit, it's something that we all struggle with early in our careers. We end up constantly agreeing to every request, thinking it's going to help us get ahead, But instead, you end up with so much on your plate you don't have enough time to focus on what's really your own important goals.
One of our listeners was saying yes to every volunteer opportunity at her kid's school, while also managing a full-time job. She realised she was running herself into the ground, and none of the tasks she agreed to were aligned with her personal or professional goals. And after she started setting boundaries, she was able to focus on what really mattered, her family and her career. Saying no isn't about letting people down, not at all. It's about protecting your valuable time and your valuable energy for the things that matter most. And let's not forget why we're managing time in the first place. It's all about balance. Time management isn't just about work. It's about creating space for what matters in life.
A friend of ours used to be a workaholic, constantly plugged in. It wasn't until he hit burnout that he realised he needed to reschedule intentional downtime and refocus his thoughts about his life. He started setting aside evenings for family and weekends for outdoor activities, things that recharged him. And the funny thing, his productivity at work increased because he was more rested and had time to refocus. So it's not just about managing tasks, it's about managing your energy. Make sure your schedule reflects your priorities, not just your obligations.
So we've covered a lot today. Prioritisation, time blocking, the myth of multitasking, and the power of saying no. So what should be the key takeaway? Well, time management is about intentionality. It's about making choices that reflect your goals and your values. And remember, it's not about packing more into your day. It's about spending your time wisely.
As Jim Rohn once said, either you run the day or the day runs you. You have the power to choose. So what's your next step? Start small. Pick one of the strategies we shared today and implement it. You'll be amazed at how much control you can gain over your schedule. Thanks for joining today's episode of the Midlife Mind Compass on this journey towards time management mastery. It's been great to have you on board.
We hope these insights help you unlock your potential. Stay tuned for the next episode as we explore and unlock more tools for personal and professional growth.
Until next time, stay focused and stay productive. Love and blessings.
See ya.